Welcome to Chuck's Alt Bricks, where we show you how to build alternative brick products like Make It blocks. In this video, we're going to build a flower. Check out my channel. I had 2 other flowers already built, and I'll be building more. So please like and subscribe, and let's get building this Make It block flower. They come with a simple 1-page instruction, 2 sides. So we're going to start out building. Now on the other 2, it looks like we're building the same planter, but we're building this one differently. It looks like it'll be the same in the end, but this one we are going to take 2 2x4s. Then we're going to add on the 1x4s to hold them together. And then we'll put on the 1x2s. So that is the end of step 1. So step 2. We have a lot of parts in step 2. I pre-made one, so I'll show you that afterwards. But we're going to make the other one. We're going to start out with this. Let me zoom in a little. Okay, I zoomed in as far as I can get, so we're going to start out with this 1x2, and on that, we're going to take these 1x1 plates that have a stud on the side. The stud points upward. Then we're going to add, instead of a 1x2 to hold together, we're just going to put 2 1x1s on the top. What I do to make sure it squares, I just kind of lay it flat and push it down. That squares it up. And then, let's see here. Like I said, we're going to make 2 of those. So now I have 2 of those made. Then we're going to take what we have here and let's line up. Okay, we're going to put 1 on each side of the 1x4. Then in the corner, we'll put these bricks with studs on the side, and we're going to point the studs. There's only 1 stud on one side, so we got to not put it on the side where I have studs, but on the other side. So we're going to do that to all 4 corners. And in the middle, to fill in the space, so when you see white through there, that's the only reason we're doing these is when we do a couple steps from now, we want a white backing. So they use different type of pieces, so we're just using slopes here. You could have used a 1x2 brick if they want it, but they're just using that to cover up the openings. So that is the end of step 2. Step 3 is a very quick step. All we're doing is covering up what we've done. Make sure it's solid. So yeah, there's a gap here, but that should probably be hidden. And why didn't you tell me I made a mistake? You're not supposed to have the studs all the same direction. One in the corner is supposed to go to the side. That way we have 2 studs here. Oh no. Everything's easy to fix. So now let's go on to step 4. Now we're going to build 4 of the same things here. So we take our 2x4. We're going to put on these rounded slopes here with a corner cut out. We're going to put on the end, it's flat. Then we'll have the cutout part in the middle. So there we have the little grooves. Now we'll put on in the corners some 1x1. Then we'll put this very precious Greenbrier International piece on. And when you build this, you're going to want to hide that on the back. So we now have 4 of them built. So we're just going to put them on so the bottom kind of lines up here. And I was mentioning that we put these here. That's just so when you look here, you don't see anything through there. Just need enough of that to cover up the bottom. So we're going to put those on all four sides. And now that's the end of our planter. So that's the end of the white pieces. So now we're going to pull in all the green pieces we have in this set. So we're going to take our little leaf and we're going to attach it onto the top of this 1x2 with a socket for the ball and socket connection. We're doing 2 of those. So we're going to put those aside. We're going to take our 1x1 round, add the ball of the ball and socket. Then we're going to add another 1x1 round. And then we have different type of parts here. We have just round plates, and we have what people call a bottle topper that has more of a small round piece on top. So we're going to add that together. Now we're going to have to take our round jumper plate there. I'm going to put on this 1x1 round brick. We're going to add in the stick. Then this other 1x1 round with the ball for the ball and socket on. Then we take this piece we built and we're going to add that to the top. So I'll put the 2 balls kind of opposite of each other. You might be able to fluctuate them if you don't like the way it looks at the end, but that's what we'll do for now. So then we'll take this macaroni looking piece of the hole there, and we're going to take these 2 1x1 rounds, and we're going to attach those on the round piece there. Now you got to put the stud side in. That's what connects. And now that we got those, we can put that on top of this little pin that's sticking out. Then we can connect our 2 leaves on. It kind of falls over until you get the other leaf on the other side. Then it provides weight on both sides. So that's what we got there. So let's push that aside and turn over our instruction sheets, and let's start building the actual flower. So step 6, we're going to take this nice little flower piece. We're going to take this round piece that has a stud there. It's kind of like they use it for trash can lids and stuff. So we'll push that on. They got a tiny little flower that we'll put in the top. So let's see, it's all red, so it's kind of hard to show you it, but we'll push that aside. And we'll go on to step 7. We're going to take this 2x2 round. We're going to take 4 of these 1x1 rounds. Then we're going to attach those to the bottom. So there's the top with the 4 studs. This is the bottom where we have the anti-studs, or the holes, if you want to call it. So we do that. Now we're going to do that twice. And then we're also on the second one, we're going to attach 4 studs to the top. So we have the 4 studs, the 2x2, the 4 1x1s, the 2x2, the 4 1x1s. So we have that built. And we are going to take this, we're going to do it upside down. There's nothing attached to on here. We got all flower pieces. So we'll push, let's see here. We'll push the studs into the anti-studs. Then we will attach this 2x2 round with the bars on it. So that is the end of step 7. So what we're going to do is step 8. We're going to add on to what we have here. We'll put the stick in the middle here. Okay, there we go. So I got the stick in the middle. We're going to put the steering wheel shaped piece on that stick. And now that it went too far. So let me put the steering wheel piece on first, because I want some of that to show through, because we're going to need that to attach to this. So we have to have some of that stick showing through. So now that I did that again, I will put that on. And then we're going to take these pieces here, and we're going to put those on the bars here, and we're going to push those in. We're doing every other one. So here we do every other one. Okay, so that there should be the end of step 8. Now step 9, we're going to take these pedal pieces. I've not seen these before. They got a little clip here. And we're going to attach those onto that steering wheel type piece. And I need to skip every other one. There I go. Now I skipped every other one. So now we can put these on. And we're going to want to put these on. So these kind of line up there. So that's kind of in the middle of it. So we do that. So I'm going to do 4 of these. Okay, so we can kind of alternate these if we want, whatever makes it looks right to you. So there's a little flower. So that's the end of step 9. So what is step 10? Is put everything together. We start with a little base. We'll attach on top of that our green parts. And then on top of that, we'll attach a little flower. That's why we had to have a little of that stick showing through, so we could attach the flower to it. So there we are. Let me zoom out a little so you can get a better look. So this is the final product. This is our flower. This is from Make It Block from Dollar Tree. Currently in the United States, they sell for $1.75 US. So there we have one. So this channel is new. It's a sister channel to Chuck's Bricks. So I've been building stuff on Chuck's Bricks, but I'm going to leave that one for Lego. And this one is now for the Alt Bricks. This one I'm going to actually do full builds. So please like and subscribe and see what I do with the builds. Until I build again.